Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Like a New Yorker. Thank you for following us, guys. But please remember to like and share and subscribe to this podcast. And for our weekly appointment, of course, I have my sweet co-host, Beatrice. Hi, Beatrice.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Yes. Good to see you again, Joseph. Good to see you, everybody. Thank you for watching Like a New Yorker. I'm Beatrice Kimmel from Impact PR, and really glad to see you.
Yes, and Joseph from Livin Media. Of course, remember to check our websites. Livin is livin-magazine.com, and Impact is impactpr.com.
That's EMPKTPR.com. Yes.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. So anyway, so we are at the 29th episode. So next week,
right.
we have the 30th anniversary of our show.
Anniversary, yes. And we started this actually right before the pandemic, I think, right? March or February, maybe?
Yes.
Or maybe before that. But
we started with our, initially was very very basic. We had like simple gears, and then we geared up.
So far, Joseph. Look how far.
And our good friend Joanne is here. So she says hello.
Hi, Joanne. We love you.
Yeah, lady rock and roll.
Oh yeah. Fierce bass player, by the way.
Yeah,
and percussionist. She does great percussion as well.
Yep, exactly. So as usual, since we are here in this crazy environment where we don't know exactly what we can do, where we can go. So with Beatrice, really, actually, guys, we had planned we had to re-adjourn this lineup a few times, because every time it's like, no, let's try to do this, and say, well, maybe we can. So playing safe, Beatrice, we decided that probably hiking is the safest thing we can do right now.
or indoors, hiking indoors. If how big your house is, I don't know. But yeah, no. Well, we're talking about Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving is next week.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people like myself are just planning to stay home and not go to their grandmothers or their mothers for Thanksgiving. Sadly, this year, we're actually going to be spending it just the three of us. But there are places in New York, restaurants, that if you don't want to cook, or if you don't know how to cook, you can certainly order in, or even have a nice outdoor meal. And they're interesting because New York City, as you know, is just a melting pot of all kinds of cultures. And we've got the goods on for this episode about different types of turkey you can have in every different kind of cuisine. But yeah, these are restaurants.
Exactly.
Open restaurants that you can have Thanksgiving dinner. This is on Thrillist.com, a wonderful website. It gives you all kinds of resources. But I really like this because this is not your traditional. They do give different variations of turkey, which I thought was nice, just going through the list. But like I said, there's Lebanese, there's French, you've got Italian, even, I don't know, what was that, Middle Eastern, got some Southern cooking as well, Jewish barbecue, which I thought was interesting. So we're going to take you through this interesting, unique list of restaurants, courtesy of Thrillist.com.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and again, of course, it's like again. We want to do these shows to try to put a smile on your face. So if you want to follow politics, you already have plenty of places where you're going to go there. So the point here is like, so the thing is like, it is important to celebrate. So maybe this year we can still celebrate, in a different way. And again, a year from now, hopefully that's going to be a memory and just a story to tell. So when we're going to gather around the table again with our beloved ones, then we're going to say, hey, did you remember last year, we did this or with that? Let's try to put things in perspective. And again, there are many things we can do. And again, New York offers a lot of resources and options. So in this case, again, usually you have family coming in and helping with bringing other dishes or stuff. In this case, you can still have fun cooking something, but then you can also support your local businesses and the local restaurants around your neighborhood, and maybe order something from there and you mix up. Then I can tell to New Yorkers that Party City is open. So you can actually go to Party City and buy some nice, decorations for Thanksgiving. And again, this year, maybe you won't have like a big table and too many people and too much food. You're going to do something a little bit more sober and try to support others.
Yes. That's an absolute excellent point, Joseph. Absolutely supporting your local restaurants from businesses, because they are struggling. But they also are offering some really great options. And we can start going down the list here. We can start with Kimika. Kimika, which is a Japanese Italian restaurant. So that's really interesting. And some of the interesting variations is their turchetta, which is kind of like an Italian porchetta, right? Pronouncing it correctly. And they have a rice cake lasagna, which I thought was really interesting. But this is a restaurant located in NoHo. For those outside of New York, that's north of Houston, south of Manhattan. But definitely check those out.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, that's a good point. It's like, in addition to what I was saying, it's maybe the chance to try something different for Thanksgiving, instead of the regular meal, which is great, again. But this year, we can try something different.
Absolutely. I never really ordered out for Thanksgiving. I'm typically not a big turkey eater myself, so I think this is great having these options. Next on the list is Le Crocodile. I don't really speak French that well, but this is a French bistro located in Brooklyn, and they are open for indoor and outdoor seating. And you can see there they've got different French type of cuisine there. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, I see that they have like winter squash soup and black truffle. So
that sounds all of that sounds amazing. And then next on the list we've got Edies Grocery, which is a Lebanese takeout deli / grocery store. I thought they also have a variation of turkey. You can actually have a whole meal for 6 people at $295. And they also have a nice carrot tahini cake, which I thought was really interesting. So, definitely go for the desserts, I think.
And then listen, they have the za'atar rub turkey breast.
There you go. Another variation of turkey.
You want to miss that? I don't want to miss that. The za'atar rub.
No. Then we've got the Winner. Winner. This is a takeout store. You can shop a la carte for your turkey dinner, and it's in Park Slope. And I can't really see the small print on the screen, so I'm going to pull it up myself.
So they have, of course, they have something. Again, I like the mix because you have like turkey with crispy skin, then you have mashed potatoes with roasted garlic, then fennel sofrito, so rosemary and potato sourdough. It's an interesting.
If you're just joining us, we are going through a list of options for takeout or dine-in restaurants to do on Thanksgiving if you don't want to cook yourself. So these are some wonderful options. So next on the list, we've got, again, this is another Resdora.
Resdora.
Yes.
Italian.
Italian. Okay. Italian. There you go. Flatiron District, right in Manhattan. You can get a prix fixe dinner for $125 per person. And everything looks great here. You can get braised turkey legs or beef, walnut pie, chocolate budino. That all sounds.
Chocolate budino is basically chocolate mousse.
Okay, great. Or you can go on with your lasagna. They've got roasted honey nut squash. That sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
Then we've got next on the list Portale.
Another Italian, I guess. Yes.
Yes, a lot of Italian. There you go. In Chelsea. And they've got everything here. They've got your turkey, duck, and you've also got some Maine lobster in there, which is
okay.
Really awesome. They got pumpkin mousse for dessert. That sounds amazing. I think that's something I would go for.
I'm glad I just had lunch because here.
Right.
Okay. Then we have Marks of Madison.
Marks off Madison. So this is by Chef Mark Strassman. And he basically is he comes from Fred's at Barney's. The Fred's is a restaurant that closed down a while ago. But he started this restaurant, and that's definitely, if you want some good eats, that looks amazing. There's also a smoked pumpkin cocktail, which sounds amazing. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Go for your drinks there. And that's in North. That's also in Manhattan. Next, we've got Polkies. Polkies. And this
Jewish.
is
We're saying Jewish style barbecue.
Jewish barbecue. There you go.
And we have a Manischewitz cranberry sauce.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. And I think they've got a vegan sloppy Joseph, they call. Yeah. So there you go, Joseph.
I'm here. Yeah. I have sloppy too. Yeah. So then we have Bubby's in Tribeca.
Bubby. Yes. Love Bubby's. We mentioned it in an episode before in Tribeca, actually the meatpacking district. And they get their turkeys from upstate. So they're fresh from the farm, from Palmer Farms. And you've got all the fixins, it says. So definitely.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to share with you that here in Staten Island, we actually have many wild turkeys here, like free, that you can see in some of the parks. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's somebody you can see them in the street.
I mean, free, and can you like kill your turkey? I mean, can you bring it home? Is that
yeah, they sell kill your turkey kits. Yeah. No, Beatrice. I think you can, but
wow.
But
it's free range turkey.
Free range turkey, and once it was really hilarious. I have this anecdote with my wife. We were walking in this park, and we saw a turkey on the branch of a tree. Now you know that turkeys can't fly. They can't fly, right?
No.
So we were laughing off because we said it's 2020. Turkeys are flying.
What turkey was it? Really a turkey on a branch of a tree?
It was a turkey. And then we found out that there was a place where basically the fence was bent. So they climbed on the fence. They walked on the border of the fence, and then probably to feel the excitement of being on a tree, I guess the evolution kicked in and say, we can actually feel how it feels like
a wow, that is a very risk-taking turkey.
Yes, exactly.
Falls, he's pretty much screwed. So
exactly. Instead, you see, 2020.
Adventurous turkey. Wow. Well, that I would keep him alive just for that. I mean,
exactly. Exactly.
Great turkey story, Joseph. That's
I know. From the countryside.
Who knew?
Yeah.
So moving on. We've got MFOON. I'm probably really butchering these names. I apologize.
I think it's Mifune because it's Japanese.
There you go. Japanese. Thank you, Joseph. And Midtown East. And you can get your Japanese turkey truffle faux gras. So that sounds delicious.
That's surely a way to, show off if you want to impress some friends. Is that, I got my What is that again?
Oh, your Japanese turkey.
Yeah, the mifune.
Bra.
Yeah, okay, exactly. That one you can surely impress your friends.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Have your friends over. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is a great restaurant by San Francisco chef Russell Jackson. He
Mhm.
opened this restaurant Reverence a year ago. It's located in Harlem,
Mhm.
and you can get a black walnut brined local heritage turkey. That basically, and a couple of these restaurants are doing this. They start it off, they stuff it and season it, and then you just cook it at home. So
Mhm.
I was really nervous though, unless you have a really good oven. I mean, we have our basic oven here, but
Mhm.
I would not feel comfortable cooking that big of a bird. But
Yeah.
I'm not a chef. So
Mhm.
I don't know. What about you, Joseph? Do you cook turkeys? Do you make turkey?
No, not really. I have to confess that I mean I love turkey meat.
Okay.
Uh, I'm a big fan of the drumstick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is something that I like, and it's relatively simpler
Yeah.
because just put it there, certain temperature. You just need to sometimes pour like some of the butter, just to make sure, and turn it a little bit. But otherwise, to cook the whole turkey is
Well,
an endeavor. Yeah.
that sounds like it's a big endeavor. Well, I would be afraid of just wasting it because either I'd overcook it, or I'd undercook it. But yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable. And I am not a big turkey fan. I'll just have to admit
Hmm.
that. So I usually go for the steak. We always had turkey, chicken, and then steak on
Hmm.
Thanksgiving. So,
Okay.
but anyway, so that's one option.
Hmm.
The next one on the list, the Osprey. This is in Dumbo,
Hmm.
uh, down under Manhattan Bridge, if
Hmm.
in Brooklyn, if those non-New Yorkers. And I like this because they've got locally sourced ingredients. So they're supporting local farmers, local, I guess, shops
Hmm.
for all their ingredients. So that's great. And they've got a beautiful outdoor spot there, it looks like, too.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. Then you've got Olmsted in Prospect Heights,
Uh-huh.
um, and which is also in Brooklyn. And
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
another.
Also, I would point out that, of course, as you can see, guys, most of these places are in Brooklyn, because again, the space of the location is actually allowed also,
Yeah,
safe distancing, and of course, having larger spaces, you can actually accommodate people. You have these kind of like porch, or little backyard gardens in Brooklyn. They are pretty common. So again, if you are in New York and you still want to enjoy like a Thanksgiving experience, again,
yeah.
it's a way that in which other occasion you would go to Brooklyn for Thanksgiving? Probably never again. So you might want to take this chance to hang out in the neighborhood and then have
Yeah.
a nice meal and then go back home.
There you go. And now don't have to clean the kitchen afterwards. So that's a big plus.
Exactly. That's a huge plus too.
Yeah. And speaking of Brooklyn, we've got Brooklyn Chop House,
Mhm.
and this is a Chinese version of
Mm.
Thanksgiving. If you're into
Mhm.
trying something new,
Yeah.
and they have a Peking duck. I'm sorry, Peking chicken,
Yeah.
Peking turkey. I'm sorry.
Peking turkey. Oh, that's very interesting because we all know the Peking duck, but
Yeah.
turkey. Hmm.
So I would definitely try that. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And then moving on, we've got four more. The Smile, which is, it doesn't say where it's from, but this is a takeout place, another takeout a la carte place
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
And the next one is oh, God. This is French.
Épicerie Bouloud.
There you go. Wow, Joseph, I'm very impressed. This is on the Upper West Side for all of our Upper West Siders.
Mhm.
Also take home, and you can. I guess this is French. So
Mhm.
got all the fixins there. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's interesting. Here they point out that basically, if you want, you can actually they can basically
cook it
like
yourself.
prepare the turkey for you. They can put the seasoning and the stuffing and everything, and then you
Yeah.
can cook at home. It's like so you can cook
Right.
it like the way you the way you prefer. So that's interesting because again, you can still like personalize it a little bit.
Absolutely. And then Cote, Flatiron District, another place. Oh, this is a Korean steakhouse. That's what I thought that was very interesting. Our first Korean restaurant on this list. So if you want to get your Korean kimchi on, that's the place to go along with your turkey.
Again, I think this is actually embrace. If life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. This is a little bit the spirit. Give yourself
cabbage, make kimchi.
and try to do something different this year. Take it easy, take it light. Don't get too aggravated. It's always a good time to reach out to people. So especially the elderly ones, don't forget to call them or to reach out to your family, even especially if you can see them. I know some friends have told me, I don't have to see my family this year. It's like I couldn't be happier.
Well, we can always see each other on Zoom, which is, I think a lot of people are doing that. But I think the best thing is, you don't have to cook or clean or travel. So you can save a lot of money staying home anyway, which a lot of people are doing. But it is obviously it can be sad for people because they don't get to see their grandmothers or, like my mom won't be able to see her granddaughter for the first time in person. So, but we're always hopeful, like I said, for next year, hopefully maybe by Easter, Mother's Day, we'll see. But moving on to something light, we have funny, actually something really nice treat for you. Just to cap off the episode, we always try to end with something funny and some New York City puns. So these are interesting, not really jokes, but this is actually people have said this or overheard these things. So I don't know.
Let's go. So the first one, let's go one each. So the first goes, I found mushrooms growing from the bathroom ceilings in my New York City apartment, typical, and called my dad to see what I should do about it. And he immediately said, well, I wouldn't eat them.
Well, for people that don't live in New York or haven't experienced New York City apartment living, those when the paint comes off from the peels off, it looks like mushrooms. But that is I think we can relate to it at some point. I think this is really cute. First day of New York City kindergarten, kid 1. Are you from Queens? Kid number 2. No, my parents are straight.
And you can tell it's 2020. Okay. In New York City, after these difficult times, many people were excited the Lego store was finally reopening. People were outside lined up for blocks.
I love that. That's a good one. There you go.
Yep. We have these new 3D shirts, right?
Well, that's an ad, so don't pay attention to that, but they get some free advertising with us. Here's a cute one. Man, NYC really dropped the ball this year, didn't they?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve around the corner. That's a New Year's Eve joke.
Yep. So, do you know how many donkeys there are in New York City? 5 burros. Yeah.
I think this is great. This is overheard on a New York City subway.
Okay.
This was maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm riding the subway to work when a young girl, maybe 6 or 7, looks up to her dad and says, "Daddy, what time is it?" She then hastily, very seriously adds, "And don't say party time." It was all I could do not to laugh out loud. Nice job, Dad.
Yeah.
Good job teaching your kid how to what time it is. Party time. Yeah. So 2 more. Let's do 2 more.
Yes. So, kid, why was the first woman New York City subway operator such a success?
New York subway operator.
Okay, why was the first woman operator such a success? Why was the first woman New York City subway operator such a success? that, well, it's obvious she was well trained. Ah,
Nice, thank you.
they do sound like Dad's joke, I have to say.
Yeah, bad dad jokes, absolutely. Okay, final one. Driving in New York City today with a van full of friends and my dad. A lady to our right asked us to roll out our window down to ask us where Second Street was. My dad replies, next to First Street, and then rolls up his window. Oh boy, okay. Well, these weren't too much puns. I guess they were kind of funny, but we thought we'd share these with you.
Yeah.
We'll put the link. Link in the description if you want to find out more puns on City, but we tried. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, guys. So from Joseph, Living Magazine, and
Beatrice Kimmel from Impact PR.
It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, guys. Thank you, Beatrice, as always. And next week, we're going to be on air very likely Wednesday, because Thursday is Thanksgiving. And
you'll be enjoying the kimchi turkey and the
black truffle yellow squash soup. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.